What's the vibes? Top of the morning, top of the afternoon, top of the evening, whenever this video may find you. I am Dream. Follow me on Twitter, Mr. Dreamy1, the number one. Sub to my YouTube channel, Blunt Money Bets. That's this channel you're watching right here. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Let me know what you are on. If you're watching on YouTube, let me get a heart and a retweet. Well, if you're watching on Twitter, let me get a heart and a retweet. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, share, comment, all that good stuff. And most importantly, if you want all the plays, sub to the Cap Collective Discord. Link is in the description of the video and the bio of my Twitter page, man. Recap of yesterday. Bad day, man. Lost 3 units. It was mostly blunt money bets, but between hooks, juice, the challenges, getting hooked, bruh. I don't even want to go through this shit, but I have. Well, I mean, I have to. It's a part of recap, and I'll tell you guys what I lost and what I won, and we'll go through the straights and stuff. But the hooks are crazy, man. I had part of a challenge. I had the Cavs first quarter. They lost on a literal buzzer beater. That challenge lost, and the day before that, I think I had somebody fronted by 1 or a loss shouldn't have lost, and the day before that, the Link shouldn't have lost. They do play Chicago again tonight, but I'm gonna stay away because I don't know if he's only going to play 2 quarters, even though they should have won with her playing 2 quarters. Then it was Boston. There was another money line before that should have won. It's just been a fucking shit show with these challenges. I see why I stopped doing them because they fucking annoying, bro. These shits is fucking annoying. I ain't gonna. I see why I just stopped it. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit getting out of step 1 be crazy, bro. Sometimes be crazy. Then it's like if I dumb them down to make them safe, like I'll have 4 legs. 3 of the legs will cover very easily. Like, damn, nigga, you should have just took 2 of these straights or just laddered one of them. And then the other one to get hooked. Like one of the legs will lose. Then when you try and be like, you know what? I'm gonna shorten this shit up, keep it short and fucking sweet, then niggas front. I.e. Miles Turner want to get 8 fucking rebounds out of nowhere. When we got the step 4, 3 or whatever. So yeah, man. Sorry about it, but you know, this is why I do a show every day. Some people, you know, are comfortable. Well, most people aren't comfortable getting on camera and talking to people, but that's why I do a show every day. You know, it's no secret in the court. I recap every day, but I don't do this. I might say, oh, well, straights went 2-2, blunt money best folded, recap. Or, you know, straights went 4-1, blunt money best 8, recap. But I'm not gonna write a whole fucking book in the court. That's why I come and talk to you guys. I talk to the people every single day. You see my face. So if you're like, God damn it, Dream, I'm sick and, you know, you could come tell me straight up. You know what I'm saying? Right on the stream. If you on the timeline, you like, nigga, you ain't really been catching the timeline the last week. You could come right here. You ain't got to search hard to find me. You know, you don't get no more accountable. All right? Remember that. All right. So with that being said, man, let's give out these straights. Then we get into the challenge I posted. Get into some blunt money bets. And then I'll probably, because I don't have that many blunt money bets, but I already know what blunt money bets I want to put in. I have 3 that I saved that I want to put in and maybe a couple more. So I'll go through all like my looks and all my reads and stuff. And I guess we'll discuss the games a bit too. As far as the games yesterday, hey, OKC. This is what, you know, this is why I thought that they would come out and be beating shit this playoff. You know, I thought they'd be highly motivated because games like yesterday, a lot of people don't think that it's not that they don't think they're good. They just think they're too young and they don't have faith in Chet. They don't have who went scoreless in the second half, might I add. And they don't have faith in J-Dub, who balled out yesterday. But they don't have faith in like those young players because they ain't do it before. So they're going to have to do it. And it's tough because if they would have got the Clippers, they would have did it probably. It would have been easier. But you're going against a championship team that's got a style of play that they comfortable playing. It ain't going to be easy. I don't think that series is over. Hopefully it goes 7, man. Hopefully we get a lot of good games like last night. Speaking of which, fuck the 5-day 5K challenges. How about the blunt money bets? So Peyton Pritchard fronted 2 days ago. Darius Garland fronted yesterday. And again, It's not like I'm giving out niggas to hit 4 and 5 threes and they're only getting 2 attempts. It's not like, God damn, Dream, what does that read? That's not what's happening. If you tailing, you know what it is. Peyton Pritchard shot 3 of 9 from 3. We needed 15 points and 4 threes to be on the, on the road to getting Russ 15 points and his 20 points. Now he finished with 19, but you can't say the reads wasn't there. The same thing last night. Darius Garland. This nigga was wide open all night long. I told y'all on stream, I expected him not to drive as much. He was driving. But I expected him to get threes up. He did. He just couldn't hit the broadside of a fucking barn. He's wide open. Now, some of that you can contribute to Russ, but these guys are NBA players. Reggie Miller can go out there right now, stop calling the game, and I wouldn't doubt. I will put 10 units on Reggie Miller. If you just give him 10 shots from 3, he's going to hit 6 of them shits. Wide open. And this nigga's like 60. Like, once you're a shooter, you're a shooter. Once you have that mechanical process, it's not going nowhere. You might have to warm up a little bit, but once it start hitting, it's going to hit. If y'all seen Jeff Teague and Wallow play one-on-one or Gilly play one-on-one, that shit was hilarious. But it just shows you, like, Jeff Teague ain't been in the league in what, 5-10 years? He wasn't even doing much. He wasn't even a shooter in the league. But get it up there, shoot it. It's online. It's going in. So, yeah, man. Not even going to talk about Amen. Kuminga could have got top point scorer. If he just decided to score at all in the fourth quarter, he went scoreless. I mean, this shit crazy. You would think that I'm down 20 units in the court. Yesterday might have brought me down to, for the first time all month, negative, -1 unit right now with all these crazy hooks and stuff. And like I said, I only count the 5-day 5K challenges day 1 when they lose. I don't count them day 1 when they win, because I'm like, people invested. I don't count them day 1 when they win, and day 2 and 3 when they win or lose. I don't count those on my own thing. But I'm still losing on the challenge daily. But yeah, we'll see what happens with OKC. As far as the other series, shout out to Cleveland. Did what was kind of expected. I expect pretty much the same in game 4. That'll probably be a way better Pacers effort, but I expect the same in game 4. All right. Today's games are gonna be it. No, I don't think New York wins. Sorry. I do think New York can win the series, but they have to win. They have to win one of these 2 games. If they don't win one of these 2 games, these niggas getting swept. Word to mommy. They getting swept. They better. When I say swept, they losing 4 straight. If they lose 2 in New York, they're not winning in Boston again. And maybe they'll get that game 6 at home. But they better not be like Indy. They better not be like these teams that's up 2-0 that feel like they shouldn't be up 2-0 type shit. They better not. They better come out. I don't know. They better find this shit better be close at the end. And none of the games been close. But this shit a Celtics blowout today. Y'all can't be giving ones away. So we'll see. If I had to bet, I would. If I had to bet, I would take Celtics first half. Not taking the full game because they can't keep leads. They're always up by a lot at halftime. They're always up at the end of the first quarter so far. So if I had to bet, I would take that, and I would take the under. I think both games went way under so far this series, but I would definitely take the under. Even though you would think the over is the play because the Celtics are shooting 25% from 3. So, 35%. That could be extra 20 points before you look up, or at least an extra 15. So, yeah, I would lean under, but that's a small lean, and I would lean Celtics first half. What's the other game tonight? Shout out to the playoffs, man. Oh, the Golden State game. Again, no strong feeling about it. Should Minnesota go handle business? Yes, there's no universe, in my opinion, that Minnesota should not win this game, probably by double digits. This is the Warriors without Steph. Yes, you got Jimmy Butler, but you niggas got a bunch of defenders that should be able to keep Jimmy under 30. And if Jimmy's under 30 and none of these other guys score 20, which they shouldn't, as long as you're playing playoff defense, then there's no reason. And if your number one guy, and it's not, I'm saying but it's not like none of this stuff is like far-fetched, right? So Anthony Edwards, if you watch these first two games, you know how many layups this nigga missed. He's getting wherever he wants, and he's not getting to the line. But he's missing layups. We're not even counting the threes he can't hit. This nigga's missing layups. Nigga, go ahead. Keep shooting 3 of 14 from 3. Can you make a layup, my nigga? You are like one of the most athletic people in the league. Just make a layup. Or how about this? Dunk. Just try and dunk. But I understand him trying to keep himself safe, and maybe that'll come out in the conference finals or the finals if they get there, where he just start, instead of going up to lay it up, he turn it over and start trying to dunk on people. But, you know, just Ant scored 25 on decent shooting. Ant Edwards has been awful I think the last 3 games. Let me look at the stats real quick. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, let me know what you are on. We get a heart and a retweet. You know what I'm saying? I would greatly appreciate that. Let me get a heart and a retweet on Twitter. And if you watch it on YouTube, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, let me know what you are on. It's up to the channel, Blunt Money Best. Most importantly, if you want all the plays when they drop, sub to the Cap Collective Discord. Link is in the description of the video and the bio of my Twitter page. Flo might be busy. I told Flo to pull up if he free today, but I know, you know, this nigga in the city, like New York City, like this nigga got a game at 3. He might have to leave now to get there and shit. Like, I don't know how that shit go, bro. I couldn't do it. But I did send him the link. So if he pull up, if you want to pull up and just chop it up, he can. If not, I'll have Flo on soon. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but look at Ant. 5 of 19, 9 of 22, 6 of 13. I mean, these aren't great shooting. These are damn near tour dates. Ain't none of these 50%. So, and not that he has to shoot 50%, but I mean, he's just not, he hasn't had a good game. So if Ant plays a good game, they defend like they're supposed to. And even if Jimmy scores 25, they still should cover that 5-point spread. They're the better team. They're completely whole. The other team is missing their best player, and they're not deep at all. They got Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, who may get kicked out because his best buddy in the world ain't playing. Yeah, we could talk WNBA. It's 3 preseason games, so we definitely talk that at the end, my guy. No worries about that. And they got a bunch of players that I told y'all last game. Anybody can score 15. Anybody can score 20. Anybody can get 26 minutes tonight. Anybody can get 30 minutes tonight. Anybody can get 12 minutes, even starters. Pods ain't been giving them shit. If Pods get off to another bad start, maybe he only plays 20 minutes tonight instead of the 30. So you have one team that's in flux, depending on a random bench guy or two to give you 15 to 20 points, and hoping that I told y'all last game, and Jimmy still bullshitted his way to 20 points, but that nigga wasn't trying. That nigga wasn't aggressive. You can tell. I ain't gonna say you can tell pretty early. With Brian, you can tell pretty early. But Jimmy, a lot of times you don't know when playoff Jimmy gonna kick in. I told y'all it looked like he's just saving himself because he only got to give that one good. You got to get one win to get this shit to game 6 when Steph come back. One win. There's going to be one playoff Jimmy performance when this nigga scored 40. Gonna try and catch it. Well, he scored 35, 40. Gonna try and catch it. Other than that, this nigga is not going to be putting up, in these next three games, you're not about to get 30, 29, then the 40-point game out of Jimmy. Oh, man, that nigga not doing that shit, and he still hurt. So maybe tonight's the Jimmy night. Maybe I'll ladder Jimmy, because I don't want to miss the eventual playoff Jimmy night. I don't want to miss it. Same narrative with Tatum. Eventually the nigga's about to score 35 or 40 points. The only problem with Tatum is the nigga prop is at 28. So it's not worth the risk. Playing this, I haven't looked, but I saw his 30 points at plus 100. I would just assume that his 35 is at plus 300, 250. And I'm not in the business of betting this nigga to score 40. Now, you might. But if I'm going to do that, I might as well bet him to hit 6 threes, because that's how you're going to get there. It's going to be 4 step-back threes involved at the very least. So, yeah, I couldn't talk nobody off of Tatum or Butler today, laddering them both together. But yeah, with Jimmy, you just gonna have to, in my opinion, you're not about to get. Last game wasn't strong like that. He finished with like 20 something, but you watched that game. He was bullshitting. He was conserving energy, whatever you want to call it. So I can see him tonight or maybe the night after that getting to it. But we'll see. I still think the Wolves win, and I think that game's going under again. Golden State hasn't scored 100 points yet this series. Why would they score 100 points tonight against if this great defensive team is going to defend like they're capable of? A Jimmy Butler led team that's not built around Jimmy Butler, so he just got there. That team should not. Now it's the NBA; they can score 100. I'm just saying. I don't know what the team total is, but unless that bitch is like 103, 104, which it might very well be, I'm looking at the team total under or just the under. And Golden State gonna stay in the game by playing defense. So Minnesota and under. And Boston first half. And if I had to, the under. If I had to, all right, there's your leans. There's your breakdowns for the games. Let me give you the 2 bets I placed so far, and then I'll give you a few leans. But I placed 2 straight bets so far. I'll give them to you. We need to go 2-0 today, and maybe catch some live bets. But yeah, got to get back right. Hang on. I just want to see if it's still what it was. First bet was Jason Tatum. Over his 10.5 rebounds. At this point, it just has to be played, in my opinion. Jason Tatum, it feels like this nigga got, let me see. Yeah, 10.5. To me, it feels like he's got 30 rebounds the first 2 games of the series. I'll take a look real quick. He does have 30 rebounds the first 2 games of the series. The last 4 games that he played 40 minutes, he's got 14 plus rebounds. His last 5 games, he's got 14, 16, 8, 14, 9, and 14 rebounds. That's his last 6 games. So, yeah. Now, Jason Tatum is one of those guys I don't like betting on. Not that he's not a very good player or a great player, but he's just not a guy that I can depend on. I just have to follow the numbers. I have to follow my eyes. They're clearing out. He's guarding. This nigga's always around for defensive rebounds. He's not even trying to get them. He's under the basket by himself. Everybody else is running up the floor. When Horford is down there, him and Tatum, Horford just let him get the rebound. Jason Tatum's been a good rebounder pretty much his whole career, but all year. I just read to you what he's been doing with his rebounds. I got to play them. They just have to be played. Now, could this be a vintage Jason Tatum game? Like, same thing with the triple-double. As soon as you get excited, you like, okay, we got a rhythm with Tatum. Okay, this nigga he flirting with the triple-double. He getting 8 assists in 3 straight games. He got to get the triple-double sooner or later. Okay, we're going to play his triple-double the next 4 games. He got to pop it. And then the next game, he 9 assists, 7 assists, 9 assists, 8 assists, 4 assists. That can very well be Jason Tatum tonight. Oh, this nigga been rebounding. You see this nigga? 30 rebounds the first 2 games. And he has 6 rebounds tonight. That's gambling. But anybody who watched the first 2 games, it's no secret why we're playing Jason Tatum's rebounds. And then you got to think, what could be a adjustment to make him all of a sudden not rebound the ball? If you're the Celtics, what the fuck do you adjust on defense? Defense ain't been the problem. You holding Brunson. This nigga's not getting to the free throw line. He's not foul baiting you. He ain't had a big game yet. Mikal Bridges don't even score until the 4th quarter. Your niggas is up 20 points in the 3rd quarter, both games. What strategy? And you got a coach that's conceited as shit, that trusts his, or I don't want to say conceited, but he's pretty sure of himself in the system. So he tell you niggas right after the game, yeah, shot 25% from 3. Niggas got to make shots. Not like they're not open. Why would I change my strategy? Niggas got open shots. Niggas is pros. Hit the shots. So you put all that together, I don't see any big strategy changes, any big personnel changes. I don't see any reason. And then you put that with Porzingis probably playing minimal minutes as well. I just don't see a reason Jason Tatum doesn't get rebounds, aside from if, he doesn't seem aggressive on the boards today, or just for some reason the balls just don't go his way. I haven't looked at his rebound chances, but I do know he's got so many uncontested rebounds where it's just he's the only guy down there after a Knicks shot. He gets the ball and runs up the floor and initiates the offense. The only one that be stealing rebounds from him is Jaylen Brown. Derek White seed rebounds to him. Trust me, as somebody who had Derek White 8 and 10 rebounds last game, gave it out on string. And I put it with Christian Braun, 8 and 10 rebounds. And not only they took 2 rebounds from Derek White and gave one to Tatum and gave one to Jaylen Brown. Aside from the fact that he sees one of them, he just lets him get it. So yeah, Jason Tatum, over 10.5 rebounds, plus 100, 1 unit. Next, Jonathan Kuminga. I see people on the timeline, yo, Dream, why? Vibes. I hate to come off this way, but I'm goated. It don't always got to be analytics. It don't always got to be trends. It don't always got to be matchup. It don't always got to be scheme. Sometimes I put my hard-earned money on shit that I just feel like is going to hit. That's why you're watching me now. A lot of my plays that made me go viral or made me get a following weren't, you guys seen, I just started using fucking analytics this year as far as, mid-range shots and above the break threes and corner. I just started using that in January. So that's why. Common sense. Jonathan Kuminga is going to be the best athlete on the floor outside of Ant Edwards, who's probably injured. You can make an argument that Jonathan Kuminga is a better athlete than Ant Edwards. Did anybody see those dunks Jonathan Kuminga had? Has anybody ever seen Jonathan Kuminga play basketball? Okay. Now, look at Jonathan Kuminga's rebound line. It's at 3.5, minus 160. You know who else has a rebound line at 3.5? Buddy Hield. So we're thinking Buddy Hield's going to play 32 minutes unless he gets pulled for poor shooting. But let's just put Buddy Hield in for 32 minutes. And let's just say Kuminga doesn't get no increase in run. No increase. Forget that you was the clear second best player on the floor last game. Let's just not worry about getting no increase in time. I think that Kuminga can out-rebound Buddy Hield in 6 less minutes played. This is with him getting no additional time and Buddy Hield getting his maximum amount of time. Who else's rebound line is at 3.5? Dante DiVincenzo. He's probably going to play 30 minutes. He's probably going to get around 3 to 5 rebounds. Me, just using my common sense, not everyone else's, but just me using my common sense, knowing what I know about basketball, and watching Jonathan Kuminga grab 5 rebounds that he just literally, they wasn't Tatum rebounds. That nigga went and got them 5 to the point where Draymond and not that they were mad, but they was looking at him like, God damn. They were looking at it. They look up to get it. Then Kuminga up there grabbing that shit. Also, Kuminga is historically a good rebounder. Let me see if I have it pulled up here. I'll pull it up for you guys. Historically, which means if he gets the time, generally he rebounds. He had 5 rebounds last game in 26 minutes. The last time he played 26 minutes was against the Rockets. He only had 3 rebounds. And by the way, this is a half unit bet. So I played his 4 rebounds with, I think, Derek White 3 rebounds. I'll get to that in a minute. And then I laddered them too, but we'll see. So yeah, let's share this tab with you guys. As you see, his minutes have been, it's no secret, he's been riding the pine. He hasn't been getting no minutes. Okay, yeah, he got that 26 minutes out of nowhere, but he wasn't expecting minutes. Today, he should be expecting minutes like he was expecting minutes last game. As you see here in April, he got a little bit of run, not much run, but a little bit of run. None of these games he played the 26 to 20 to 30 minutes you would expect him to get tonight. But as you see, he flirted with that 4 rebounds every game. 17 minutes, 5 rebounds. 18 minutes, 3 rebounds, 21 minutes, 3 rebounds, 19 minutes, 7 rebounds, 18 minutes, 1 rebound, 25 minutes, 9 rebounds. Okay. Again, all less than 26 minutes. All out of the rotation, all out of Curry favor. I mean, all out of Steve Kerr's favor, basically in the doghouse. All right, let's go to April. Got decent minutes in April. I mean, in March. Got some decent minutes. Again, no 30 minutes, only one game over the 26 minutes that he got last game. Again, just me using common sense. That's what this stuff is. This is educated guesses backed by data and what you think the NBA is or what you think is going to happen. I can't guarantee. If I knew Steve Kerr's lineup tonight, I'd make a lot of money. If I knew who was guaranteed to start, if I knew who was guaranteed the minutes, the rotations, we'd all get rich tonight. We don't know that. So we have to make educated guesses. But again, my common sense would tell me, since Kuminga was the best player on the floor for the Warriors at times, probably the best player considering he started off 7 of 7 from the field, you would assume that he's at least in line for the similar amount of minutes that he got last game. You would assume. You would assume. So if he is, that's 26 minutes. We're in March right now. He played more than 26 minutes one time in March. So look at his rebounds. We're not going to count the 7-minute game. 8, 2, 2, 4, 2, 3, 5, 3. He's flirting. He's flirting. He see them 4 rebounds over there in the corner. He's like, hey, how you doing? What's up? Cute. So you looking over here. He flirting. He went and got the number a few times. 8, 4, and 5. Got hooked a few times. Got too scared to go holler. And a couple times with 2, 2, and 2, he went up and got rejected. That's how it be. But he be flirting. He be flirting with it. It ain't like he's scared. He be flirting. All right. 15 minutes, 2 rebounds. 25 minutes, less than that 26 minutes, 5 rebounds. But this is the month that we need to pay attention to, in my opinion. December. Because this is when we had peak Jonathan Kuminga as far as minutes. This is what I'm assuming and hoping that the minutes will look like tonight. Why wouldn't they? You're going to have good old Pat Spencer in there over Jonathan Kuminga? Probably. Possibly. Steve Kerr. Possibly. But I'm not going to feel bad that I bet that, just like I don't feel bad that we lost to Cleveland. Like, I'm not going to apologize for stuff that I can't control. If it's a poor read, I'll tell you niggas, yo, this was a poor read. Yeah, it is what it is. It's my fault. I shouldn't have. I feel dumb as hell. I should have played this. But I'm not in the business for lying. So this is what I assume he's going to get tonight. 30 minutes. I assume he's going to start. Why wouldn't he? He started the second half of last game. If not, he should be the first person off the bench, not no fucking Moses Moody, who's been absolutely awful, who shot fucking 3 air balls last game, including one in the first quarter from 10 feet on a fast fucking break. Yeah, I think the guy who started off 7 of 7 should get more time and get in the game before him. Just common sense. I'm not coaching. But when there's people on them, I'll put, yo, Dream, why, bro? Oh my God. Jonathan Kuminga 4 rebounds. Oh my God. Those are my favorite plays. I don't like playing. Y'all can find 18 different cappers on something that I might put in. Derek White over his points. Derek White over his threes. Derek White over his rebounds and assists. Derek White over his points and rebounds. Derek White over his points and assists. Derek White. You can find 1 million cappers on Tatum rebounds today. Sometimes you got to put your nuts on the table. That's how I got here. By just outrageous reads. And this ain't even outrageous. As soon as I seen that line, like 4 rebounds for Kuminga, and I think he's going to play 20 plus minutes, he should get that shit in the first half. We'll see though. But 30 plus minutes, pretty much every game in this nice December stretch. And this is the Kuminga we should get tonight. 10 rebounds in 32 minutes, 9 rebounds in 34 minutes, 10 rebounds in 37 minutes, 28 well, I wish 6 rebounds in 28 minutes, 8 rebounds in 30 minutes, 4 rebounds in 23 minutes, 4 rebounds in 28 minutes, 3 rebounds in 30 minutes, 7 rebounds in 36 minutes. This the Kuminga I'm expecting tonight, or hoping for. Shouldn't say expecting, hoping for. Jonathan Kuminga, 4 rebounds. Derek White, 3 rebounds. Minus 132 on DraftKings, half a unit on that. After all that shit, why is it only a half unit? Because I put 0.2 units on his 7 rebounds boosted on MGM, 0.15 units on his 8 rebounds at plus 1100, and plus and 0.1 units on his 9 rebounds at plus 2000, and that's at 2200 right now. Do you think, guys? Those are your 2 straight bets, and there you go, some blunt money bets to start you off a Kuminga rebound ladder. All right. Aside from that, a couple more rebound lays. Jason Tatum, 14 rebounds. Anthony Edwards, 10 rebounds. Jason Tatum, 16 rebounds. Anthony Edwards, 12 rebounds. Plus 1700, plus 9,000. Same shit, different day. I already told y'all. Tatum has got 30 combined rebounds his first 2 games. 14 rebounds his last 4 games that he played 40 minutes. There you go. That's why I played his 14 and 16. And here's Ant Edwards. Last 4 games, 9 rebounds. In the playoffs, averaging, it would appear, 9 rebounds. I'm not going to do the math here, but 8, 6, 8, 9, 11, 14, 9. I think we can get 10 or 12 tonight. We'll see. Anthony Edwards, 10 rebounds. Tatum, 14 rebounds. Plus 1700, 10th of a unit. Ant, 12 rebounds. Tatum, 16 rebounds. Plus 9,000, 10th of a unit. Nothing crazy on that. I'll give you guys this threes lay, this step 1, and then I'll whip up 1 blunt money bet live, go through my reads, talk a little WNBA, and I'll be out. All right. And this is probably my favorite bet of the day just because it's cool. It's 2, 3, 4. But nothing aside from that. Jimmy Butler, 2 threes. Dante DiVincenzo, 3 threes. Buddy Hield, 4 threes. So plus 1100 without the boost, plus 1320 with it. Put a 10th of a unit on that. Jimmy Butler threes. I did come on this very show and tell you guys I think Jimmy Butler's going to hit 2 or 3 threes last game. Jimmy Butler has hit 2 threes in 3 straight games. Jimmy Butler's 2 threes are sitting out there at plus 190, plus 200 in some spots. You already know if you watch the games how it's going to be. They're going to look at Jimmy Butler and be like, shoot it, nigga. That nigga's going to have all the time in the world. We're going to look around and take a dribble and shoot that ugly-ass 3-point shot that is damn near barely jumped for. That simple. 3 straight games with 2 threes. I thought about laddering him and Josh Hart together. That was going to be my first initial play. Hopefully they both don't hit 4 threes today. Then I'll be sick. But when I was looking at Josh, I don't know why. I thought Josh Hart was shooting much better from 3 than he was. Not that he's shooting terribly, but I thought he had more 3 threes games than I've seen. I think he only had 2 when I looked. Let me look up again. But I did find something else I like with Josh Hart. Yeah. So he's only had his last 10 games. Damn, it's good. I love that I can just recall shit after only looking at it one time for like 2 seconds. But because it's not like I was studying this shit. I just looked at it just like this. And then it was like, I nigga ain't hitting threes, and kept it moving. But yeah, he's gonna get the volume as far as Josh Hart. And as you see, Josh Hart has hit a 3 in 5 straight games and 6 of 7. We'll get to that because that'll be in a blunt money bet, possibly that I'll whip up live on stream. But not enough for me to ladder him, and because I'm looking for threes guys today. And you can find some guys, but I didn't find any guys that really, you know what I'm saying? These are the guys that I probably like most today. So yeah, Jimmy 2 threes, Dante 3 threes. I told you guys I'm gonna now Dante 4 assists been hitting for us. Now we ain't bet it straight, and so I shouldn't say hitting, but he's been doing his job. The other bitches on the blunt money bets ain't been doing their job, but he been doing his job, getting these assists. I think it's weird that he's done it 2 straight games. He had 5 assists last game, and now it's assists plus money. Find that strange. Don't care. But I do find that strange. Generally, when that happens, we like to fade and go under. But I just think the books aren't caught up to Dante DiVincenzo's assists for some reason. It's not like he had 10 or something last game. So yeah, I told you guys I'll be betting Dante on the road. And I explained that a couple streams ago. I think Flo was here just because he strikes me as that road warrior dog veteran bench player that you need. You might not need Dante to score at home. You're going to need Dante on the road. When Nickeil Alexander-Walker disappears, Jaden McDaniels, hopefully he doesn't. He keeps playing well. But when all these guys who come and go, when they disappear, Naz Reid probably getting foul trouble, can't control his emotions. Every time, nigga, can you just foul somebody and go down the floor? This nigga be crying like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Oh, this nigga's annoying betting on. Like, this nigga's like a baby Draymond. This nigga be wild as a bitch fouling somebody to always want to run up on the ref crying. Like, nigga, go sit down and shoot a 3 somewhere with your fucking 6'11" ass. Finesse playing ass. Now I'm posting up ass. Nigga, you're a fucking guard. Just be that way. And the refs like acting like you some tough defender. Like you don't be hacking niggas. Nigga, you be out of position. You're not a good defender. You be late on your rotations. Then you try to jump and you be scared to give your body up. So you don't go straight up, nigga. I'll be watching the games like, nigga, shut up. And I'm betting on you. Like, nigga, shut up, go space the floor and hit a 3. Annoying as fuck, bro. But yeah, man. I expect Dante to come out today, hit a few threes. So Dante 3 threes. And Buddy 4 threes. Because think about Buddy, you're gonna get him up. You got that irrational confidence that you want. I told you guys. If I was doing Buddy, I would have played his under 20.5 points as a blunt money bet because that was like a minus 300. But I'm not. Buddy's getting too many shots up. I thought he would have and he did. He didn't shoot well. I thought he would have a down game. He actually only had 1 good quarter, I think. But with that being said, Buddy can hit a 3 a quarter, but that's not what it's about. Generally, when I play 3-point props, it's about who I feel like can hit 2 or 3 threes in a quarter, except for Jimmy Butler. But you often hear me say, shit, this guy can hit 2 or 3 threes in a quarter, and his line is at 3. That's Derek White. His line is at 4. Nobody here would be surprised if Derek White hits 3 threes in the first quarter of the game tonight. Nobody would be surprised, especially 2. Nobody would be surprised. And that's, to me, Dante DiVincenzo and Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield especially. Buddy Hield can be 0-7 from 3 at halftime, and I won't be too worried about this. Be like, he'll probably hit 2 or 3 threes in 1 quarter, then get a bullshit 3 in garbage time. All right. Thank you for reminding me, man. It's been a fucking tough, rough week. Well, first of all, today I'll have time to actually dig into it, pause. But, bro, like, oh, my God, man, if you niggas only know. So I have 2 jobs. I don't work hard at. Actually, I have 3 jobs. I don't work hard at because this is a job. That's okay, nigga. Pull up. Hold on. But yeah, man, long story short, I don't want to put niggas business out there, but yeah, it's annoying being a landlord. You got to deal with a lot of shit being a landlord, man. So it's just been a really rough week. So long story short, I haven't had a chance to link with Prop. And I want to have a conversation with him. But either way it goes, I wish I could get on there today, and maybe I will. Be on the lookout. Maybe I will. But guaranteed next week. That's a guarantee. Guarantee. All right. Flo woke up late. You know how Flo is. These New York fans and shit. So yeah, man. One more time. Jimmy 2 threes, Buddy 4 threes, Dante 3 threes, 10th of a unit on that, plus 1100 without the boost, plus 1320 with the boost. All right. All right, I'll give you guys this 5-day 5K shit. I'll probably have another one in the court. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. These shit's been annoying the fuck out of me. Annoying. Because I'm a volume player, so I don't mind losing bets. It's just how you lose. My read was off, okay. But it's only so many niggas not hitting shots you can take before you like, God damn it, boy, you in the league. Shoot that shit. Or Andrew Nembhard yesterday. Just this nigga, I was about to start calling this nigga Ben Simmons. Then I had to remember the reason why I bet on Nembhard is for one quarter. He always has one quarter where he goes absolutely ape shit, scores 6 or 8 points. Other than that, the rest of the game, he's going to get the ball, be wide open, be like, what do I do? Should I shoot? Should I move? No, I want to pass it. Then I'm going to get the ball right back with a center on me. And then I'm going to look around. Then I don't know. Oh, no, pass it again. Then I'll get the ball back on the same possession, and I'll do a step back 20-footer instead of just driving to the hole. Fucking annoying. All right. But yeah, here's the challenge. Tatum 10 rebounds. Derek White 4 rebounds. Derek White 3 threes. Derek White 15 points. Pretty simple in playing. I wanted to play Derek White 15 points so bad, but that shit is long gone. I could have found something to put with it to bring it down, but I'm like, it's not that serious. If anything, I'll probably play Derek White PRA, if anything, because I think his PRA is at 25. He can score 20 easily with all the threes and all the shots he's getting. Y'all see the rebounds. I think he's got 10 and 9 rebounds his first 2 games of the series. I told you guys after not betting him game 1 that I should have bet him because he had 3 games where he had 8 rebounds versus him in the regular season. So this isn't a surprise. And last game, I was shocked. How many? I think he had 2 assists last game, bro. When I say Derek White had so many potential assists last game, yeah, he had 5, bro. This nigga could have had 8 assists, 10 assists last game. Easily. And then you look at the fact that he's also had 5 assists in 5 of his last 6 games. His PRA will probably be the look, or his PR, or his PA. You know, very popular play today. So I may get there with Derek White, but that's not how we've been betting. We just been betting that nigga straight up 15 points or 16 points. Now his shit's out to 18. I'm good on that. Or 17. I'm good on that. The threes have always been 4. That would probably be if I was betting like scoring and I didn't want no rebounds or assists involved, I would just take his 4 threes. But yeah, the PRA would probably be the look, most likely. So I took Derek White 3 threes, 15 points, and 4 rebounds because just what he's been doing every game in this series. And I think he does it every game except for maybe one. Maybe he has an off game. Hopefully it's not tonight. And Jason Tatum 10 rebounds. I explained to you guys why I took his 11 rebounds at plus 100. Same reason why I'm taking his 10. It's a plus 223, step 1. So again, Tatum 10 rebounds, Derek White 4 rebounds, 3 threes and 15 points. I'll definitely have another one in the court. Newsflash, it'll probably have the Celtics first half money line on it, or Celtics money line in general on it. I'm not heavy on the Celtics today. I've already told you guys if I had to, I would take the Celtics first half. I'm just not too heavy on the Celtics because we've seen this before. Didn't these niggas just get down 3-0 to Miami a couple years ago? A Miami team they shouldn't have been down 3-0 to? It's like the same team. I don't think Porzingis was there. Maybe he was there. But yeah, I remember them getting down 3-0 and then coming back and it being 3-3, then them losing the home court, the game 7. Like, yeah, this team, they're not dogs like that. They got dog. They're not. They can be dogs, but they're just not in general like dogs. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think they are. So, Derek White, 3 threes, 15 points, 4 rebounds. Tatum 10 rebounds, plus 223. And ladies and gentlemen, those are your blunt money bets. Those are your straight bets. I'll run through some looks and maybe whip up a blunt money bet live, but other looks I was thinking about, I probably won't play this, but Pods, rebounds and assists, or PRA. Just thinking that eventually he'll turn it around. He's at home. He's been playing bad for a while now, but maybe he'll actually hit some shots tonight. And he's always good for rebounds and assists. He's generally good. I think he had 6 and 6 last game. His PRA is probably out there at 20 and a half, 21 and a half, 22 and a half. So maybe worth a look. Quentin Post under PRA. I wanted to play that last game. Never saw any lines. He played 3 minutes. That would have hit. I talked about Buddy's threes. That would be a parlay piece. Jimmy's threes. I talked about that. And Jimmy's points. Jimmy's points today, to me, would probably be the safest way to approach Jimmy, just taking his 20 points and trying to find something with it, either a parlay piece or something with it, like a little SGP or something to bring it to maybe a minus 124 or something playable. Some shit like that. I don't know why I randomly said 124. But I think it's 20 points. I went through this multiple times on stream when Jimmy Butler plays just 30 minutes for the Warriors. He scores 20 points. So I would definitely take a look at his points. Draymond assists. No Steph, you would think that his assist goes down, but his usage actually goes up. So yeah, I think Draymond's assists. Now I don't like him at 6, but maybe 5 for a parlay piece. Dante assists, same shit. Parlay piece. He's got assists, and matter of fact, I feel like he's got 4 assists in every game this year versus the Warriors. Check that out. Because there's a reason why we've played his assists every game in the series. And there's a reason why I've done that, or I started to. Wait, this nigga had 9 assists last game? Oh, nah. Okay. These not counting the playoffs. I was about to say. But yeah, I knew it was the reason I played this shit. So this year versus them, 6, 2, 4, and 9. And then 2 of those were off the bench. And then you see this one game, he only had 2. He played limited minutes. So he could have easily got to 4. This game I threw out because he played 40 minutes. So I didn't even pay attention to that game too much. But it was nice to see that he got 9. So that's why I was like, okay, his 4 assists is, a nice little parlay piece. And he's done it. So I don't see why he can't do it again today. Dante threes, I already spoke about that. And rebounds, I already spoke about that. Mikal Bridges, rebounds and assists. God damn. What a snipe by Dream. Played him at 6.5 last game. They hit easily. We got his 12 at plus 800. That hit. And now that shit's at 8.5. So it didn't just go up 1. That shit went up 2. That's crazy when you think about it. What should be jumping by 2? Even Miles Turner asked. His rebound started at 7.5. It took game 6 or game 5 for it to finally be at 5.5. And that shit was still, minus 154 type shit. So the fact that they upped a rebound and assist line up 2 is shocking to me. From 6.5 to 8.5. It's shocking to me. If anything, I would go under, but I'll probably find a way to parlay piece it 6.5. If I could dumb it down a little bit, I'll probably find a way to parlay piece it. But yeah, Mikal RA. Big Purr under his threes. Guess how many threes Big Purr is taking and making this series? He hasn't made a 3 yet, and he's only taken 2. Now, only a parlay piece. First of all, his line is out there at 1.5. But only a parlay piece because it's Big Purr. You just pull 5 reckless ass threes because you ain't get them up. He was like this at the start of the Detroit series as well. Well, he wasn't shooting threes, even though Duran was out there. He wasn't even taking them. And then somebody brought it up and 4 threes, back-to-back games. But I think this more has to do with the Boston defense and their strategy. Because I've seen him try to walk into a few threes. I've seen him. And it's like, as soon as he do, somebody right there. So it's like, well, okay, I'll just drive you then. Then a lot of times he got smaller, slower people on him. Al Horford is smaller and slower than him. Or Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. He get them on him on the switch. He ain't going to really be out there shooting 5 or 6 threes. He going to do that rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and get to the hole and fling his arms and shit and try and get to the line in the sassiest of manners and probably get to the line. So under his 1.5 threes, pretty good parlay piece. Josh Hart over his threes. I already told you guys about that. Tatum points and rebounds. Told you guys about both of those. Big per double. Also worth the parley piece. I feel like he's got a double both games, and he's got them pretty easily. Also, he's doing what I thought he would do. And shout out to King Josh Hart, found a way to get through it. But he's doing what I thought he would do at the beginning of the season. Day 2 dreamers know that I said at the beginning of the season, I don't want no part of Josh Hart rebounds because I can see Big Per stealing rebounds. If anybody watched these last 2 games, Big Per is stealing rebounds from Josh Hart. He's literally, Josh Hart is right there. That nigga's jumping, getting them shits and patting the ball like, nigga, move, boy. My rebounds. It's playoffs, nigga. I'm trying to get these numbers. And it's evident in his rebounding stats the last 3 games. 17, 13, and 15. So he may not be scoring, which he has been, 21, 14, 10, 17. But he's got a double-double in 4 straight games. In the game before that, he had 9 rebounds. In the game before that, he had 8 rebounds. All right. So I couldn't talk you off a Big Per double-double. Could never talk you off of that. Josh Hart stocks. I will look into his 2 stocks. He's got, first of all, I think this game is going to be a ragged game. He's at home. I like to play his stocks at home. OG Anunoby stocks definitely getting played. But as far as Josh Hart, he's got 2 stocks in both games so far this series. I think he's done it in 4 of his last 5. So couldn't talk you off his stocks if they're at 2. But his under assists is something I wanted to look at too. I think his assists is out there at 4.5, maybe 5. I think it's assists out there at 5.5. Now, all this is subject to change, but he ain't been diamond. That boy ain't been diamond. Let me see what his assist line is. It should be 5.5. If it's 4.5, then parley piece, it's gonna be sneaky. Maybe move it up to 5.5 and go under that. Yeah, he's at 4.5 minus 135. Hopefully, niggas bet that up to the 5.5 plus money so you can get an under 5.5 minus 150 or something for a nice little parley piece. So maybe you can get it right now. But yeah, 2 games this series. He's played a gang of minutes and he's only got 3 assists both series. And we've watched these games. I know I have. And it's not like Jalen Williams last night where it's like, damn, he's got all the potentials in the world. It's not like that. He's not really getting no potentials. Maybe that's just not his role. Speaking of which, here goes the Knicks guy himself. What up, Flo? But
man.
What up, man? I'll give you the floor in 1 second here. But I'm just talking about Josh Hart possibly under his assist. Maybe that's not his role. Mikal's assists are through the roof. Y'all seen Big Per with a beautiful pass from the post last game. Maybe you see more of that. And Brunson, maybe he's gonna get the assists as well. But Josh Hart with just 3 assists in back-to-back games, his line is out there at 5. I don't know if he's gonna get there tonight. So maybe Josh Hart under assist for a parley piece. And that's it. I just went through all my looks. Derek White PRA, possibly OG stocks. I told y'all that. Peyton Pritchard 3s. I was thinking that until I saw him at 2.5. I'm good on that. If we were still getting a minus 150 at 1.5, I'd say that's a good parley piece. Couldn't talk you off of playing this 3, but he's the type of role player. He's not Malik Beasley. Not that he can't go off, but Malik is gonna get his 12 shots up from 3, home, road, space, Mars, whatever. Peyton Pritchard's going to run the offense. I think Peyton Pritchard's like, all right, I'm not going to try and rock the boat. This is a big game. If I hit my first 2, I might get up 6 or 7, but I'd be shocked if Peyton Pritchard gets up 10 to 12 threes today. I don't think he's done it all series. So, Flo, what's good, man?
Man, exciting times, man.
Get the people first, obviously introduce yourself, tell the people where to find you. But if you got any looks, if you want to just wax poetic about the series in general, man, it's all on you. Do your thing.
Appreciate you, man. You can find me at the House of Stems. Link is in the bio on my Twitter at Stephen Florval. Also, you can find I did on my Twitter account at Stephen Florval. I did a giant WNBA preview yesterday where I just talked about all the teams and gave looks and all that good stuff. What's the vibe today, man? Really exciting, but like nervous as heck. This is a huge game. The one thing I love for this game has always been Carl Towns' rebounds. If he keeps his hands to himself, if he plays 36 minutes, he's probably going to hit 13, 14 rebounds because that's what he's done all year. That's what he did in game two. Game one, I want to say he had 13 rebounds and he was battling foul trouble.
We literally was talking about Cat when I pulled you on stage.
Beautiful. Obviously, I feel like everybody already knows about Derek White rebounds. I grabbed it when it first dropped. It was like minus 105 for 5. 10 was plus 1,800. I took the ladder on that. That's just like kind of, he's done it like the last 4 or 5 times. And obviously, like KP isn't full health. So with KP not being full health, it's really on him and Tatum to crash the glass. And Hauser's out. So the dude's going to play 40 plus minutes. It's like a Ford against the Knicks playing 40 minutes. How doesn't he grab 5? You know? Just to speak to your thought about like Josh Hart assists, like why it's probably not going off like that. It's because they're giving him like 5-6 feet of space every time he has the ball. So it's like it's literally like him trying to pass the ball, and the dude guarding him is kind of playing free safety too. That's why his points are going crazy. So I like Josh Hart's threes ladder on a sprinkle. I grabbed that one too. Like he's taken like 5, and I want to say 6 in the first 2 games, and the 2 opened at 220, and the 3 opened at 800. So, do I think he's gonna take 5-6 again? I don't know, but I do know he'll be open for 4, 5, 6 again. So, love that. Tatum rebounds because, man, your man Jason Tatum. That's why I'm scared today because I'm like, this is like, it's not even a real legacy game because he has a championship and he's had other big games and everyone's doing the most, forgetting about it. But it's just the noise is so loud. Like now you're gonna force this dude to like go insane. Like, you know, it's crazy now that I'm thinking about it. I wonder what like Tatum 35 points, 14 rebounds is. Because like this is like y'all are making it this. Like it doesn't have to be a referendum. It could just be like, yo, this is a bad series. He's off for 2 games. He should have been more aggressive. It doesn't have to be like, oh, like, is he even a superstar now? Like, bro, no one with the clue who watches basketball thinks that. So I like that. And I'm on Jalen Brunson's points all the way up to 40. Like, I think you have to. The dude's going to go off at some point. He's going to get busy at some point. And if you know everything about Jalen, the whole point of like all of this is right now. This is the biggest game of his career as a Knick. The dude took less money to bring him Mikal Bridges. He talked about reading from Tom Brady about like taking less money to build sustainable winner. He's been miserable through 2 games. And like, are the shots tough? Yes, but the shots were tough in games 1 and 2 against the Pistons. And if you know anything about Jalen Brunson, historically, he tends to do this. Like against the Sixers last year. Oh, the first 2 games are bad, and every Knicks fan sitting there telling you, like, oh, we didn't even get the Brunson game yet. And I was like, how do you know what's coming? I'm like, this is Jalen Brunson. At some point, he'll get 35 points. Bet it every game, he'll get it 1 game. So I like that. There's some other stuff I like too. Like I do think Peyton Pritchard can get busy today. KP, if he starts today, I do think is like 10 and 15 is like a really nice parlay piece. But like I'm waiting for the Celtics to announce the starter. If it's Horford again, I'm gonna probably dabble on Peyton Pritchard 10 and 15 because my thought is like I was saying at the end of game 2, like it would make a lot of sense if Horford's not going. Maybe there's a live look because if Horford's bricking these open threes again, I said I would just go to the 2 J's in the front court and I would go Derek White, Drew, Pritchard. Granted, you would give up a lot of size, but I'm like, you're already starting the game with Tatum on Cat. So it's like, what's the difference? Like, you would lose a big, but I'm like, Horford's not stopping anyone. He looks old. If he's not making open threes, then like just get him out of there. So that's what I would look for live.
Love it, man. Love the looks. I guess you kind of already talked about it, but do you have like an official look for the day, like for the game as far as spread, total, anything like that?
I'm too close for the spread of the total, but I do think my favorite is like the Derek White rebounds, just because the opportunity and just he's like crashing like a lunatic. Total, nah, like I'm not really a total guy. Like I would probably say like Celtics first quarter. Like I'm not sure what it is. If it just feels like they're gonna, it just feels like they're gonna jump out and get a quick start. And the Knicks haven't had a good start all series. So
yeah. All right, man. Outlook for the series. What do you think? Do you think you guys can get one of these 2 games?
I definitely think so. I think like today's probably like the day the Celtics get, and like in game 4, it's gonna probably come down to the wire. But like I'm not putting it past the Knicks to take today too. Like, man, I said before the series, and like, you know, finesse the Bucks, you're my guy, but you murdered me for this. I'm like, this Boston team does not scare me at all. Like Tatum's excellent, but I'm like, Jaylen Brown's hurt. Drew Holiday's hurt. Al Horford is old. Sam Hauser's out. Like KP, like I wish it wasn't that way, but he's clearly
Damn,
dealing
I
with something
forgot
really.
Sam was out.
Yeah, like that's huge because like their bench depth is cooked. Like it's crazy to think about, but the Knicks might have the better bench, and their bench ain't even that good. And KP, like, no, I wish it wasn't like that. Like what he's dealing with, like, looks really serious and scary. But I'm like, yo, if the dude's struggling to breathe, like that's crazy. So I don't know.
Yeah. All right, man. That's what's up. I'm happy I was able to get you on here, give out some looks. We are definitely in accord with some of the looks for sure. I was talking about Cat. I was even talking about Josh Hart threes. He was open. I literally mentioned Tatum 35 points. So yeah,
did you?
Yeah. I just said I ain't gonna look at it because I felt like it wasn't gonna be enough for me to just ladder. I said I'm scared to go 40. I said I would guess his 35 is like a plus 300 or plus 250. But I didn't think of putting the rebounds with it, which will go hand to hand. That would probably make it go crazy. But yeah.
It's crazy. It's like a Saturday afternoon. I can't root for my demise. Like I could tell y'all, like, oh man, if I was watching the game, I'd throw 0.1 on it. But I'm like, I can't take that, man. Like I can't root for my own demise on a.
Because you're gonna be there too, right? You going to the game today?
No, I know it's crazy. I was gonna go to the game and I had the tickets lined up, but like I waited till after game one and they jumped from like 400 to 700 because the next one game.
Yeah, I heard on a podcast they said the nosebleeds is 769.
Yeah,
like
and it keep getting, bro. Standing room is like 8:15 this morning. Standing room, like you got to stand all 3 hours. 8:50, like. I go get a steak dinner. I'll be at a lounge after the game.
Yeah, you can do a lot.
New wardrobe.
Yeah, man. I just hope the Knicks. But all I want is it not to be a blowout. I don't want the Knicks to waste because the Garden, y'all obviously have like the best, if not the best, one of the best environments in all of basketball, man. And I just don't want that to be wasted on the Celtics coming in there hitting 33s and winning by 30. I want it to be a close game where if the Celtics win, they got to pull it out at the end, like by, it don't got to be like last game down to the wire, but, just a 5 to 10 point game on either side with 5 minutes left. So the crowd feel like it's like active, that's what I want. I don't want this to be crazy,
Yeah, because like that's what's like the fine thing because it's like I think the crowd will work in the Knicks' benefit until it doesn't. Because my God, let it be the middle of the second quarter and they down 15 points. Everybody gonna be so tired, quiet, and so nervous.
Yeah, it's gonna be
and
like
the players definitely gonna feel it. Yeah, everyone gonna feel it too.
That's a fact. All right, let's run through these comments and get out of here, man. Morning, bro. Stank, appreciate you pulling up as always, my guy. Yeah, patient scoring 104 was absolute madness yesterday, but I was kind of, I was not surprised. But yeah, I'm glad. Trust the process, my boy. We about to get to it. What's the vibes for high 451? He like Pritchard rebounds. Cash last 6 versus New York. Shout out to TJ McConnell for hitting his props. Yeah, it's so funny because I was thinking about TJ unders. I didn't end up playing that. I was thinking about TJ unders PRA. I didn't play none of those guys though. Cat 11 rebounds, Fahrenheit on that too. Flo spoke about that as well. I did too. John Bell said he feels like the best days are in front of us in the NBA betting wise. Well, I believe that too. It's the playoffs. So maybe for sides and totals, props to get a little sticky. But the good thing about the playoffs that I like is the lives. There's a good opportunity for lives because the starters tend to stay in much longer than they would.
Yeah.
And we had talked about WNBA before we get out of here. I mean, Flo just did a preview yesterday on his channel, like he said. And I think it's 3 games today. I already told you guys. I know the Lynx are running it back against Chicago today. I would assume Fee plays more than 2 quarters, but again, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to quote unquote rest her. I mean, Courtney Williams played all 4 quarters. Bridget Carlton played all 4 quarters. Now they left with like 8 minutes left in the 4th, but I would lean Minnesota to win that game, possibly cover. Just because it's a quick get back game, but it is preseason. Always be careful. I can see Fee resting again just because she did play the unrivaled and she did have like I think the plantar fasciitis or the shin splint, something last year that they were sitting there just trying to protect her down the stretch of the season. But and let me see the other. You got any thoughts about the WNBA today? I know it's preseason.
Yeah, only one, because if you're gonna give me a line, I'm gonna cap it. Is how many minutes is Caitlin Clark gonna play today? Because they had her 3 threes are like minus 102 on FanDuel, and I saw
They
like
got
on
a
the
line for these games?
only because it's Caitlin Clark and they want you to lose your money. So
Oh,
yeah, because I saw like a bunch of this, because she didn't play the first one, so I saw a bunch of their starters played like 25 minutes. So I'm not gonna do anything on it, but like if there's like an article anywhere that like Clark will play 25 minutes, I'm like, all right, I'll put this on a lay.
man, yeah, literally nothing but Caitlin Clark props.
Yeah,
I thought we were better than this, FanDuel.
nah,
Like I really thought that. Right, I thought we were better than this. Caitlin Clark is not the only player in the WNBA. You didn't give us any Asia Wilson lines. You know, she's a pretty big deal. Come on, clean it up.
yeah.
Clean it up. All right. The other spread is a 46-point favorite. Toyota Antelopes going against the Wings.
It's a tough one.
Yeah,
I can't
I
call
lean
it.
Antelopes with the 46.5. Antelopes. Just a lead. 5 points.
I think they'll pull it out in the end.
They could put here. They could backdoor cover that 46.5.
Yeah.
And Fever and Dream, yeah, kind of like Flo said. Dream did look pretty good their first game. Ryan Howard, especially in limited minutes, but that's a game probably more I just would want to watch.
And then my girl Jordan Canada's hurt again. It's like, oh my goodness.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
She got to get. She need to just sit for like a month and come back all the way ready. But she may just be injury prone, man. For sure. All right, let me get through these comments. I gotta go. All right, we'll go on. Cat rebounds and assists. No, you mean PR?
I don't know about the assists, but the people saw. I love the people saw, because if they keep guarding him the same way, like he's a bully on that block every time he gets the rock. Like he kills Horford and Tatum this series. Towards the end of game two, they're like, okay, we got to like start sending help here.
He did have a beautiful. CB capping on that. I gotta catch his show before the game start. I don't know if I will be able to, because I'm about to go to lunch. As soon as I get off of here, get dressed to go to lunch. But if he's on that, I probably will tell that, since I already like it. And if it's that number I need, if it's 3, and he on that, then yeah, I'll probably tell that for sure. Derek White, 6 rebounds, 9-8, 11-9. Yes, sir. Shit, his rebounds at 5. Some places. Gonna be on Julius Randle. Points plus A, been playing this pretty consistently. So, yeah, that nigga had 11 assists last game. I'm like, I missed that. I'm mad I didn't get that live. 11 assists, sheesh. I've been liking Jaden McDaniels every game, but I don't want to keep forcing it. LOL, he taller than all the Warriors. Yeah, maybe find a way to blunt money bet him, but I understand how you feel, because all this shit is about, sometimes you got to know to get off the train, man. You know, train be going down the tracks, you cash, and sometimes you just got to know when to just, and you got to be able to live with, damn, it cashed again, but it's cool, But if your gut's telling you to get off the tracks, maybe leave it alone for a day. This remind me of when the Celtics was down 3-2 to the 76ers and Tatum dropped 50 on Mother's Day.
Potentially.
And we know that boy love his mama now. He definitely love his mama. We all love our mamas. I'm about to go see my mom in a minute. But Jason Tatum mom is pretty at the forefront there. He's even got a commercial.
And let me just say this right now. I'm giving you all the politically correct answers because I'm scared. But it is pathetic that Boston's even in this spot too. And y'all better pray y'all win this game. Because, I'm being humble, like, gotta respect the champs, Tatum, da-da-da-da-da. If they go down 3-0 after being minus 900 favorites to advance, like a bigger upset, if you think of it, the books told you it's a bigger upset than the Giants being the 18-0 Patriots. It's one of the biggest upsets in the history of sports. I'm not even making it up. The books are telling you that. If they blow this series, I don't want to hear anything from any Boston fan that's been on these comments the last 2 years trolling me about the Knicks, trolling anything about the Knicks, we will have went from y'all telling me that Jalen Brunson was even better than Trae Young to Jalen Brunson knocking out Jason Tatum and being up 3-0. Excuse me? Man, y'all better pray Boston win today. Don't let the demeanor fool you. You better pray Boston win today. Y'all all in my comments in the middle of game one, just for the fact that I said I think the Knicks can win the series. I didn't even say they were going to win the series. I said, I think we can win the series. Y'all were trolling me. Oh, you're down 20. How's that look? Blah, 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 blah. Where y'all at now? Y'all sitting at home scared. Y'all should be celebrating Mother's Day tomorrow. You're scared. Crazy work. Crazy work.
Yeah, man. This is a must win, man. But yeah, catch me on playback. Best case scenario tonight, most case scenario next week.
How do you feel about Jimmy later tonight? I'm sorry, I'm late. How do you feel about Jimmy tonight?
Yeah, same way I feel about Tatum, just a little less extreme. Well, a little more extreme. So I feel like with Jimmy, he's gonna have 40. He's gonna have a playoff Jimmy game, which is gonna be 35 or 40. And I said this last stream, it's gonna be one of the next 3 games. Problem is, you want to maybe bet it every game, but I was very surprised. Not that he scored 20, but he might have finished with 23 last game. But long story short, I think that you'll get 20 out of Jimmy, but it's gonna be a struggle to get there and very lackluster until it's that playoff Jimmy game. I don't think you're gonna get 3 games of Jimmy Butler with like 27, 29, then the playoff Jimmy game of 40. I think you're gonna get games like 20, 19, where he's kind of conserving his energy, filling the game out. Then that one game, he's going to go crazy. Because for one, he's older. And to me, that's just how he strikes. That's just how he comes off as a guy that's not going to every night. Because he could have last game. He could have took 25 shots last game. He was overly passive last game, trying to get Buddy, trying to get Podge, trying to get Kuminga. And you could see that again today. But there's going to be one of these games before Steph comes back, because I'm assuming Steph comes back game 6. And he knows we just got to get one of these games to get Steph as healthy as can be back game 6 in Oracle or in Chase Arena. So long story short, I think he has one amazing game, but it's too tough to tell which one. Just like Tatum. Today would be the day, like Tatum, that would be the day to bet today, because like you said, everything's at a fever pitch. The Superman commercial, I'm sure he hears all the talking. Yeah, today will be the day to bet Tatum. I just worry about Jimmy because I know it's going to be one of the next 2 games, I would think, or one of the next 3. Yeah, one of the next 3, because you got 2 in Golden State and 1 in Minnesota before game 6, possibly back in Golden State. So I think Jimmy's going to have a huge game, one of the next few. I'm just not sure which one.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Why? What you thinking about Jimmy?
Yeah, because like his points feel so low at 22.5. I just have a weird feeling that the Warriors are going to win today.
Oh yeah, see that 22.5. Yeah, and I said that. Like, I could see somebody taking that for a half a unit for sure, or just putting his 20 with something, because when Jimmy plays 30 minutes for the Warriors, he gets his 20. But you think they're gonna win today?
See, that's my problem. I'll be trying to hit home runs. You be trying to say, hey, just take the double, man. Just take the double.
If you can find something to put with it, yeah. Because I know I went through it on stream. When he gets 30 minutes, he's gonna get that 20. But yeah, you think the Warriors win today?
I just have a weird feeling. Like, I love Ant. Ant's like one of my 3 favorite players in the league. I want the Wolves to win. It just feels like Julius Randle is about to do something stupid. I don't know why. I can't shake that feeling. It feels like he's about to do something stupid, and I'm going to be sitting there. I'm like, yep, Julius. Like game 1, he was starting to crack a little bit. I'm like, man, of course, it's like that. Maybe the Lakers curse is real, because like Lakers series, he's playing great defense. He's engaged, making the right play, going downhill, going at LeBron. And then game 1, he's just disinterested, watching rebounds go over his head. And I'm like, oh, no, we're back. So I don't know.
Nah, I feel you. Fahrenheit talking about the Tatum rebound chances. Appreciate those. 17 in each game. Dan in the building. Appreciate you pulling up my boy DB. What up? Was good. Let's go Knicks. He's going to the Garden today with some duct tape for the jinx. Spike Lee. Oh, so you know,
yeah, Spike definitely gonna say something
like he did to Reggie Miller. Yeah, hopefully Spike getting up there in age. I don't think Spike gonna try and make himself the show. I'm surprised the new Spike Lee ain't pop out in New York yet. Somebody should have took that mantle. Like if I was getting money like that,
Yeah.
like if I was a young like Ryan Coogler, not like that's his personality, but if that was me and I was like, if me and Ryan Coogler are the same age and I need to aspire to be $100 million man, but if I was $100 million man and Ryan Coogler, I'd take Spike's spot. I'd be like, nah, I'm the new Spike, nigga. I got these seats every day for the rest of my life, pretty much. I'm talking shit. I'm the new Spike. I'm surprised somebody ain't took over the mantle yet. Spike is still doing it. He's been doing this for 30 years now. We need a new Spike. We need somebody that's.
I thought the same thing.
I'm surprised. OG free throw attempts? Yeah, I'll take 3 free throw attempts with OG. How you feel about that, Flo?
I mean, one of these games we're gonna get a good whistle. I've been like captain, but that feels low.
That does feel pretty low to me. I mean, that's just he's gonna maybe he'll get fouled on a 3-pointer because that boy will take and make a contested 3. But yeah, penalty on a rebound. You can get fouled getting a rebound and get to the line on a penalty. That's I gotta have. I take that, Donnie Mac, for sure. Pure Defender, appreciate you pulling up. Really appreciate the Brunson points. Now I can finish my parlay. Yeah, I didn't even think of Brunson points, probably because he sold me the first 2 games of the series. But I also told you guys, I think I kind of disagree with you, Flo. I think he's been getting good shots. He's been missing shots. I'm like, oh my god, that's a shot.
Yeah.
As somebody who just needed his 20 for the step 1, I'm like, bro, oh my god, like these shits is your shots. So then he turned it on at the end, of course. But yeah, I think he's getting to his spots. Only thing that makes it a little tough is they're keeping him off the free throw line. That's what they are definitely doing. He is not able to bait them into follow him this series, though. But he's also in New York. Maybe that changed.
Did they give us Scott Foster the
You better hope it ain't the extender.
Please don't be Scott Foster.
You better hope. Because if not, this is definitely Boston today. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna stay home probably if it's the extender.
You gonna make sure this shit go at least 5.
I don't see it listed anywhere. Okay.
Jamari, actually, yes. I think Jaylen Brown has an amazing game today. Why? Because he's the emotional leader of the team, and he's also the guy that, for lack of a better term, he takes himself pretty serious. He thinks he's better than Jason Tatum. He probably is wondering why he's not getting the slander that Jason Tatum isn't getting. He's probably like, why nobody paying me attention? I've been asked. I'm the leader of this team. I'm the finals MVP. And everybody's like, yeah, Jason Tatum, your ass. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he's flying under the radar, I can definitely see Jaylen Brown having 25 or 30 today because nobody's talking about Jaylen Brown. He's been just as bad as Jason Tatum, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's crazy. While it is a Jason Tatum legacy game, he has the best matchup on the floor. I've always said that because, like, at all times, his knee's jacked up, unfortunately. But it's like he has like Josh Hart or Mikal Bridges. Like Jason Tatum, like, should be able to just like body him on the block, get to a shot. And when they do the cross switch, a lot of times like Cat or Brunson's on him. So Tatum, I got to throw because I'm trying to figure out what to use the no sweat on. It's going to definitely be some with Jaylen Brown. I'm going to like zag. Everyone's going to go to Tatum. I'm going to go to Jaylen Brown.
You got a Knicks boost too, right?
Yeah.
I got one too. So yeah, I got to find something on there. Mama Tatum will be at the game for sure. Front row. Derek White, Dante type of day. I agree. Was good. Let's go, Knicks. Knicks fans in the building. Happy for y'all.
Sir.
Man. Just hopefully the Knicks. I know this ain't gonna be happy for y'all, but for me, I just want the Knicks to win at least one game, bro. One more game. Just win one more game. Just win one more game and win it because y'all are better than them that day. Now, yeah, walking the team.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like just play like a good game, like Brunson 30. Mikal Bridges 17 points. Big Per 25 and 14. OG with 12 on 3 of 5 from 3 type shit. Have that Knicks game where it's like, yo, they was balling. You can't fuck with them. That's so. Just at least give me one of those games because they ain't had one yet. They ain't played great. They ain't played great yet. So if they get that if they do that, at least I know it's going 7, and at least I know we're gonna get back against the wall Celtics. I don't know when. I just need the Knicks to win one of these next 2 games, and man, Scott Foster on the Dubs game.
Thank you, Evan. I look outside my window, and the skies are always orange and blue.
I'm surprised they ain't put the extent. Golden State's winning tonight, then. How about that? Yeah, Golden State's winning tonight. Yeah, he's going to extend it for Steph. He's the extender for Steph. I thought he was the extender for Boston. But
Jimmy Butler, 25 in the win, PPD.
No,
Where
I'm
that at?
telling y'all. Yeah,
Where that at?
because I'm telling y'all, a series is getting extended tonight.
Jimmy Butler, 25 in the win, PPD is 390. It is in the no sweat. It is in the no sweat.
Wow.
It is in the no sweat.
Some damn good odds, man. And like I told y'all, to me, Minnesota should win by double digits. They're the better team. But this the playoffs. A lot of shit that we think should happen just don't be happening. But yeah, 750 a piece. Good Lord. We need Sonny Lee at the game. OG will be locked in. Sonny Lee. Okay. Scott Foster is on the Dubs game. Appreciate that. Any thoughts on Jrue Holiday? Aside from me playing the same system I've been playing, aside from Jrue Holiday having 10 points in every game he's played the Knicks this season.
Yeah, his 10 points are minus 122. And I was just like, that just feels like
they continue.
You know, I psyched myself out because like the Hartenstein 10 points yesterday. I was just like, what am I missing?
I laid it.
Played.
Yeah, I laid it, man.
I was afraid, so I didn't take it. And I'm watching the game like he has 6 at halftime or in the first quarter, whatever.
And what's so crazy, I want to play his under next game because I feel like that shit's gonna be in his head. But yeah, Jrue Holiday, as far as regular season, playing the Knicks, he played the Knicks. Oh, so they count. I wonder why they got Jrue Holiday playoff stats, but not Dante playoff stats. Either way it goes, yeah. Jrue Holiday, 5 games this year versus the Knicks, 10 points every game. 10, 16, 16, 14, 18. So, yeah.
And they're the easiest points you'll ever see, too. There was like layups or like wide open, just like floaters.
And for those who do know, yes, I did play my system. The system that cashed us out the first game. And I said I was going to play it every game in this series. Now, I didn't play the dumbed down version, which is only a plus 400 at this point. I did not play the dumbed down version, but I did step them all up. So I do have a little bit of Jrue Holiday, and I might add a little more Jrue. Heart points, I mean, flow like his 3. He's going to be open. I don't know what his points are. You know, once I see
12.5. 11.5 would be perfect, but 12.5 scary.
Yeah, I was even going to see it. I could maybe deal with 12.5 because I can move it to 12 and put something else with it, maybe. But once you get to 13.5 with guys like Josh Hart, I get a little worried. But he's going to be open. And we've had this conversation. Josh Hart, Christian Braun. Do you want to take their threes or do you want to take their points? They can cover them threes for you in the first quarter. You want to take their 2 threes? They can get you some great plus money, plus 150, 180, whatever you want. You can get it in the first quarter. They can knock down 2 threes, but they also might go 0 for 6 from 3, 1 for 5 from 3. Mm-hmm. Whereas they're going to get their points, fouls, free throws, which are the same thing, you know, running the break, cuts. Josh Hart is going to score one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to decide what you want to take with Josh. Cat and Tatum, 12 rebounds. White, 6 rebounds. That is a plus 826. Not bad. Cat and Tatum,
this is insane.
10, and him to get 5 is a plus 275. Boosted 20%. Not bad. Not bad. All right, folks,
I just remain like insane. Like Howard Cat's rebounds 10.5 minus 130 on ESPN. Like I'm not trying to have exposure like that, but I'm like it. Oh boy,
foul trouble.
Yeah, they know what's happening. Yeah, I'm still going to take it though.
But even with foul trouble, he had 10 the first game. So that's what it is.
Yes,
all right. 1 o'clock. I told you guys we'd have a better, longer stream today. That's what we got. Flo, you can have your closing words, then I'll wrap up the show, man.
Appreciate the support as always. I appreciate all of y'all for pulling up. Like I really saw like a lot of love on that stream yesterday. So definitely want to have a great season with this WNBA. I do want to give like one kind of like long shot. I did like a little first quarter guy. It almost happened last game, but they pulled Tatum early in the first quarter. So I did. Hold on 1 second. Let me find where I put this. I did this on ESPN, and they have like a boost guy. I just did like a 0.1 because these are always fun. So I did Derek White, 2 first quarter rebounds. Jaylen Brown, 2 first quarter rebounds. Cat, 3 first quarter rebounds. Tatum, 2 first quarter assists. And Jaylen Brown, 5 rebounds for the game. That gave me, after the boost, 25-24. So like one more time, that's White 2, Brown 2, Cat 3 in the first, and then Tatum 2 dimes in the first with Jaylen Brown 5 boards for the game. So I did 0.1 for fun.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Make sure y'all follow Flo on Twitter, Stephen Florval, spelled Floor Rival. Follow me on Twitter, Mr. Dreamy1, like the video, share the video, comment on the video on YouTube, sub to my channel, Blunt Money Bets. Give me a heart and a retweet if you're watching on Twitter. We'll greatly appreciate that. Most importantly, if you want all my plays, sub to the Cap Collective Discord. Link is in the description of the video and the bio of my Twitter page. As always, hopefully you found the stream entertaining and informative. Greatly appreciate y'all rocking with me. You know the vibes. Get this cash. We got to have it. So let's